Welcome to our tutorial on implementing a blockchain-based lending system. Today, we are going to build a decentralized application that allows users to lend and borrow cryptocurrencies securely and transparently. Before we dive into the coding, let's briefly discuss what blockchain technology is and how it applies to lending systems. Blockchain is a distributed ledger technology that allows for secure and transparent record-keeping. Each transaction is stored in a block and linked to the previous one, making it immutable. This provides a secure environment for lending, eliminating the need for intermediaries like banks. Now, let's talk about the components of our blockchain-based lending system. We will be implementing a smart contract using Solidity on the Ethereum blockchain, allowing for the management of loans. We will cover the following steps in this tutorial: setting up our development environment, writing the smart contract, deploying the contract to the Ethereum test network, interacting with the contract using Java and Web3.js, testing the lending system. Let's begin by setting up our development environment. We will need Node.js, Truffle, Ganache, and MetaMask to facilitate our development and testing. First, make sure you have Node.js installed. You can download it from the official website. Once you have Node.js installed, we will install Truffle globally using npm. Next, we will set up Ganache. Ganache provides a personal blockchain for Ethereum development, allowing us to deploy contracts, develop applications, and run tests. You can download Ganache from the Truffle Suite website. After installing Ganache, open it and create a new workspace. Once it is up and running, we can see our local Ethereum blockchain with accounts and some test Ether available for transactions. Now, let's create a new Truffle project. In your terminal, create a new directory and navigate into it. Then run the following command. This command will set up a basic Truffle project structure for you. You will see directories such as contracts, migrations, and test created in your project folder. Next, let's create our smart contract. In the contracts directory, create a new file named lending.sol. This is where the magic will happen. Here's a simple version of our smart contract that includes functions to lend, borrow, and repay loans. Let's break down the contract. 1. We have a struct called loan that represents a loan with details such as the borrower, the amount, the interest, and a boolean to check if it has been repaid. 2. We use a mapping to store loans and a counter to keep track of the number of loans issued. 3. The lend function allows users to lend a specified amount with interest, and it emits an event when a loan is issued. 4. The repay function allows borrowers to repay their loans, only if they are the ones taking the loan and if it hasn't been paid back already. Now that we have our contract written, let's compile it using Truffle. In the terminal, run the following command. You should see output indicating that the contract was successfully compiled. Next, we need to deploy our contract on the local Ganache blockchain. First, let's create a migration script. Now we are ready to deploy our contract. Go back to the terminal and run the following command. You should see output confirming that the contract has been deployed successfully and the contract address. Make a note of this address as we will need it later when we interact with the contract. Next, we want to interact with our smart contract using Java. We will use the Web3.js library, which provides seamless integration with Ethereum. First, let's set up our Java project. You can use Maven or Gradle. Here we'll use Maven. Once you have set up your Maven project, you need to create a Java class called lendingclient.java. This will handle the interaction with our smart contract. In Lending Client, we start by initializing the Web3.js instance, which allows us to connect to our Ganache blockchain. We also load the deployed lending contract using its address. Next, let's add a method to lend cryptocurrency to the contract. This method sends a transaction to our smart contract's lend function and logs the transaction hash upon success. Let's also implement a method for repaying loans. This method will allow a borrower to repay their loan by calling the repay function of our smart contract. After that, you can invoke these methods in your main method to lend and repay loans. In the main method, we create an instance of Lending Client and use the lend and repay methods to test our lending system. Now that we have completed coding our lending system, it's time to test it. Start Ganache if it's not running, and make sure your smart contract is deployed. Compile and run your Java program. If everything goes well, You should see transaction hashes printed in the console indicating successful lending and repayment. This concludes our tutorial on implementing a blockchain-based lending system. You now have a foundational understanding of how to create a decentralized lending platform using Ethereum and Java. If you found the content valuable, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more tutorials. Join the community in the comments below, and let us know if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos.